Hello everyone, this is Sanju, working as assistant professor in the Department of ECE, St. Martin's Engineering College. Today our topic discuss on network protocol in IoT. Okay. Yeah, first we have to define IoT. What is IoT? Normally Internet of Things. Okay, first Internet, the things we have to connect it to Internet. So what type of things we have to connect? Here you can observe what are the devices, vehicles, appliances, objectives connected to the Internet. Here main concept, whatever the things you have to connect it here. So compulsory Internet you have to connect. Without Internet also you have to connect in that IoT, that is called M2M, machine to machine. So the first you have to discuss IoT. So here what are the things you have to connect it here? Embedded along with the software. So what type of embedded things you have to connect it here? Sensors and actuators. These all are that physical devices. These all are the physical devices you have to connect it. So what are the physical devices we call here? So actuators and sensors. So normally what is the sensor? Sensor will be collect the information from the environment. So collect the information. Any data, any type of data, how to collect it from the environment, that is called sensors. Actuators, whatever data you have to collected, that will be transferred to actuators. So input and output. So that all are the physical devices. Physical devices, your inputs and outputs. So in between that, you have to data, how to collect the data and how to transfer the data. Okay, using gateways and controllers and cloud, these all are the, you have to transfer the data one form to another form. You can observe here. So in this, what are the architecture normally? In that IoT, first what are that Internet, what are the physical objectives you have to connect it to Internet here. So first Internet, through Internet you have to connect all physical objectives, right? So any physical objective through Internet only you have to connect. So here sensors and another thing is controller. So another thing is you have to connect controller, cloud, actuators. So here you can observe here, this is the Internet, these all are the physical objectives. These all are physical objectives. So sensor you have to collect the information through gateway. Through what are the here? Here one thing, through gateway, whatever data you have to collected. So that given information transferred to controller. So the total information, whatever collect the information here, so that will be transferred to controller and it will be stored in cloud. Compulsory, whatever data you have to collect, any single information or any data, music files, data files, whatever you have to collect the information, that will be compulsory, you have to store it in cloud. So input data and output data, both, whatever information you have to collect, that will be stored in that cloud from the sensors or actuators. So this is the main information in Internet and information, the physical objectives, the things you have to connect it to Internet, that is called IoT. Okay, in that IoT, the major part is sensors. What type of sensors? What is the sensor? The sensor collect the information. So any type of sensor, objective detectors, alcohol detectors, water sensors, like that types of, so many types of sensors are there. So this is the collect the information and through gateway. What is that gateway here? It is the whatever collecting information, it will be transferred to controller to cloud, like bus. So one way to sensors to cloud. the given sensors to cloud. So that is called, what is that? Using this device, using gateway device, we have connect the information. And what type of controls you have to use? What type of controllers you have to use? Like Arduinos, Raspberry Pi, Node MCUs. So using this controller, given information you have to transfer and receiver. Transfer the information and receiver the information. Example, we are using, when we went to the shopping malls, the doors will be open. So here, what type of sensors you have to use? Objective detectors. So within short range objective detectors, the human being when enter into the shopping mall, automatically the doors will be open. The doors will be open. So here, whatever the collect the objective will be, the sensor will be collect the information. That information you have to, using gateway, it will be transferred to controller, right? So here, the total information, what are the objective detected here, that will be stored in cloud. So what is the output here? What is the output here? Actuator. The doors will be open. The doors will be open. It is the actuators. The input and output. Okay, this is the basic information. This is the basic information about the IoT. What are the all things? The things. What are the things we have to connect it to IoT? That is called Internet of Things. See, here we can observe. See, Internet of Things refer to the network physical devices. Here, like what are the physical devices? Sensors and actuators. Any type of sensors we have to apply, the vehicles, appliances, objectives, connected things, but internet will be mandatory. Internet will be mandatory. So here, without internet, with internet we call IoT. Without internet also, you have to choose the data, you have to send the information. That is called M2M. M2M, machine to machine. So what is the difference here? What is the difference here? In the machine to machine, the key component is without internet you have to send the information. Without internet you have to send the information. The main objective here, see what is the difference here? The IoT versus and M2M. See what are the application domains? Here M2M application, client applications and network domain and M2M device domain. So here the network band, here internet will be mandatory. In M2M, the point to point access, one device to more than two devices, how to data will be transferred. So in that IoT, using IP address you have to transfer. So in that the data will be not stored. So in that M2M devices, M2M, you can observe this, the differences. M2M, the point to point, the point to directly, what is that? Client to server, the data will be sending. Compulsory here in IoT, through internet only the data will be transfer. Through internet only the data will be transfer. Same thing, you can observe these two images. So here you have to, data will be taken, okay, that will be sent to the vehicle moving and the home appliances and industrial visit. So directly what is that? The M2M, the device to device, the data will be transferred directly. Point to point device, the point to point device will be, data will be transferred. Here through internet only, the whatever collect the information, that will be through internet only you have to transfer. So that is the main difference. So M2M versus IoT. You can observe the what are the differences here. Compulsory in that IoT, whatever any device you have to connect through internet, compulsory internet will be required. So M2M not required any internet. Without internet you have to send the information. So here how to communicate the data? How to communicate the data means you have to using the through network and wireless communication. How to connect the data, types of connected uses. So here the device communication devices, the wireless communication. Here the point to point data will be how to communicate. And next the communication protocol. What are the communication protocol? Main topic, the communication protocol and network protocol. Okay, in that most important topic in IoT, it is the network protocols and communication protocols. So what are the communication protocols you have to use it in IoT? It is like Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, Zigbee, Z-Wave and TCP and UDP. These all are communication and network protocols. So how to communicate? Through internet. How to communicate? How to transfer the data? How to receive the data? That all are you have to communication protocols. Here what is that? M2M, the traditional and secure communication protocol used. Communication protocol, traditional and secure communication protocol. Data sharing. So in this data sharing, in order to improve the user's experience, the data shared between the applications. So one device, one application to another application. Here the data will be shared between the alerted connections. So some devices you have to transfer the data in M2M, but here in IoT share the information data, share it between the more application. Why? Because in IoT we are using internet. So that is the main difference. That is the example here. We can observe in that IoT, the smart wearables, smart cities, smart cars and smart homes. Here the sensors and data information, firewalls, that all are you have to use it for applications of M2M. This is the major difference M2M versus IoT. The particularly main difference is, so with internet and without internet. So collect the information, sending the information. So using internet, you have to store it in that cloud. Like ThinkSpeak, what are the clouds types of there? How to store the different types. So here also only you are using the sensor information. So what are the layers in? What are the main topic? Main IoT, the network protocols. The main is the IoT architecture. So in this first one, the analysis, the virtualization layer, application and integration layer, and data and database layer, network layer and physical device layer. So first one, physical device layer. What are the physical device layer? So you can observe the all sensors and actuators, all belongs to the physical device layer. So we can discuss it the previous thing, what type of sensors. So all things, all physical devices, sensors, actuators, controllers, these all are in that physical device layer. So physical device layer, collect the information from the environment or world. So like water level sensor, how to in that water tanks. So the water level sensor, the water tank level will be the level will be sensing. So detect the water level. So that information using network layers, controller layers, whatever data you have to collecting, through network layers, it will be transferred to control layer. So IoT, the heart of the IoT, it is the controllers. So compulsory, you have to, what are the physical layers you have to connected, all physical layers, any devices you have to connected in that vehicles, applications, home appliances. So that will be all we have to under the physical layers. That will be whatever collecting data, that will be transferred to network layers. So using these network layers, whatever data you have to collected here, so that will be transferred to database layer. So data link layers, transfer protocol layers, UDP layers, using these protocols you have to design that application, design the applications and it will be integration layer. So after that, analytics and virtualization layer. It is what is that in the market, the client and server relationship. Client and server relationship, you have to analytics and virtualization layer. See, some main thing here you can observe IoT and MTM. You have to here the same thing here. The what are the physical layers? Physical layers you have to collecting information. So here the sensors you have to collect the information. So the collecting information you have to go through the controller, right? See the sensors. So here we can observe without sensors also you have to sensor collect the information and whatever data you have to connected, so that will be transferred to cloud. How to connect normally how to transfer means, so using gateway. So here with internet it is IoT. Without internet MTM. Only says the sensors and actuators, only physical device will be included. Physical devices will be included in M2M. So control protocols means TCP, UDP. These all are what purpose we are using control. We can give the any type of data will be sending. So you are sending the mails. What the get the notification? The mail sent. So this is the notification received. So that is using TCP and UDP. So using these protocols, in this only we get the notification. Received in only TCP only. We not get any information in UDP. It send the information in, you have to sending the data, they get the notification in TCP level. So you are any data you have to sending, so we not get any notification like data will be sending or delivered message. So we not received in UDP, only in that network protocols. So the data transfer protocols only TCP, using TCP protocol only we get the notification, receiver message. So you can observe in this IoT protocols also. So network protocol, RPL protocol. So network protocols, the main layers RPL protocol and CARP protocols. RPL protocol and CARP protocol is standard the routing protocol of low power and lossy network. It is a distance vector protocol, suppose the data link protocols. So compulsory. So you have to sending the information means one device to another device, compulsory you have to link the data. So one device to another device you have to link the data. So using network protocol you have to link the devices. So here what are the RPL protocol? You have to standard routing protocol for the low power consumption. So during in this what are the benefits, advantages? So using these protocols, so you can observe the second one, CARP protocol. So this channel, what is that, designed for the underwater communication. So under the underwater communications also, your submarines are there. In that also you have to use the data will be transferred. You have to communicate that data, communicate the network protocols using Wi-Fi, Bluetooth. So like that different devices we have to use. So this protocol, what is that CARP protocol particularly designed? The particularly designed for underwater communication. The channel aware routing protocol is the distant routing protocol. It is designed for the underwater communication. Underwater communication, you have to share the information and share the data. See, IoT protocols, standard architectures. Normally, IoT World Forum, in that standardized architecture, you have to, what are the things you have to connected and models of the things specified and IoT and included the computing data storage. So, here you can observe this word data storage. Data storage. What is the meaning here? Normally, any data, you are sending the information and receiving the information. Example, ultrasonic sensor. So, when ultrasonic sensor, you have to connect it to the internet, or without internet, you have to connect it to the controller. So, objective detecting purpose. So, objective detecting purpose and distance calculation. Distance calculation. So, you can observe ultrasonic, example ultrasonic sensor you have to take. So, you can take ultrasonic sensor. So, in this ultrasonic sensor, we are having the 4 terminals you have to take, and one is VCC and ground and trigger echo. So, this device ultrasonic sensor, what purpose we are using? Calculate the distance. So, calculate the distance in that particular distance in that objective detection. So, in this you have to connect the same devices. So, the VCC will be connected to power supply and ground will be connected to ground. So, here when that device will be on, when normally what is the procedure here? Ultrasonic sensor, the ultrasonic sensors we have to connect it to the controller, same thing here, internet, the first one. In that place of sensor, we have to connect ultrasonic sensor. Okay, the sensor will be connected to controller, right? Controller type of, here we can take that Arduino or Raspberry Pi. And next one, cloud. And what is the output? So, distance calculation or objective detection how to take. So, particularly one type of sensors you have to take in here. So, we can assume ultrasonic sensor. So, when device will be on, after connections, when device will be on, so the power supply will be on. That time what is that? The trigger will be released the ultrasonic waves. The trigger will be released ultrasonic waves. When in that the trigger released the ultrasonic waves, when objective will be detected, the object will be detected, the immediately that touch the objective, the waves will be reflected. The ray waves will be reflected. So, immediately what is that? Echo. Echo will be received. This is a transmit the signal and here receive the signal. So, using ultrasonic sensor between this transmitter and receiver, you have to calculate the distance. So, like that what is that? Objective detected certain the distance. Certain the distance. So, here the internet and ultrasonic sensor. Next, controller. What are the types of controllers? You have to using Arduinos. Different types of Arduinos are there. Arduino Uno, Arduino Mega, Micro, Wi-Fi and Raspberry Pi or Node MCU. Different type of controls you have to use. The whatever data you have to collected here. Whatever data you have to collected here, that will be total data you have to store it in cloud. So, using this is the data sending through gateway. So, you have to all device will be connected. So, after 1 day or after 2 days, after 3 days also, you have to check the whatever data you have to store it in that cloud, that will be you have to check. That is possible. Here one more is there, MTM, machine to machine. Machine to machine, not possible, you have to revise the data, recall the data. Why? Because we are not using internet. We are not using internet. So using internet, whatever data you have to stored in that cloud, you have to checking in cloud. In this, the cloud here, open cloud is there and security cloud and community cloud, like that different types of clouds is there. The open cloud, security cloud and community cloud. So what is the open cloud? Like ThinkSpeak, Amazon, these all are you have to under the Google Drive. These are open cloud. Security cloud. So normally in that also, in that transfer protocols or network protocols, network protocols you have to using HTTPS, hyper text transfer protocols, and HTTPS, secure protocols. So when that government related observation, any important security data relations, and you have to observe the HTTP, yes, HTTP and HTTP transfer protocols, data linked protocols. So that will be, you can observe this one. Okay. So you can observe this one. So just we discussed what is that, whatever data you have to collect at the sensors and actuators. Sensors and actuators. So the sensor will be collect the information, actuators and input data and output data using gateways. Using gateways you have to transfer to cloud. Transfer to cloud. So what any information, any data or 100 GB, 5 GB or 2 GB data, any data, any GB of data you have to transfer. So through gateways only you have to send the information to the cloud. So between that total information, here you can observe the diagram, the streaming data processing and sensor data and controlling the application. So the sensor data and data lake and big data wireless. So these all are the interlink. So compulsory interlink means the given information from where? The sensors and actuators and smart devices. These are collecting information. These are collecting information. So the collecting information through gateways. Through gateways you have to transfer to the controller and cloud. So controller and cloud. So through gateways only you have to communicate the data. So using communication protocols, network protocols, transport layer protocols and data link protocols. These are the main protocols. Using these protocols you have to sending the data and receiving the data without any errors. So you can observe the data here, machine learning. This is the main application and data analytics and models. So what are the control applications? So these applications, the control data and sensor data. So you can observe the data link here, cloud gateway. So cloud gateway it is to communicate the controller to sensor, controller to control data to sensor data. So the whatever data you have to collect from the sensors, actuators. So using this controller gateway you have to transfer and you have to sending the information. So the sensor data and big data house. So these are the applications. So using these applications means this is the final devices. Like what is that? When you enter into the door, the doors will be open. That is the final application. The final application it is the control applications. So after controlling application, the device will be enter into the marketing. So the first main thing, network protocols or communication protocols and IoT and M2M, these all are the basic fundamentals. The main topic, the main important role, key role playing in that transfer layer protocols. So that is the, we have to discuss in the next class. Thank you.